I just realized that I had myself muted that whole time.
Greetings, mortals, and welcome to Actually Forgetting Things. Yeah.
Let's see. And yep, hey, Airman, I was in fact muted. Also, I wasn't even in the chat because I'm a dummy. I had forgotten to switch over. So, let's see. Cornerful will be pleased, so do you wonder what he plans to spend all that GU on, etc., etc. Let's see, we got 881. Oh my goodness, look at all those things showing up on my map. Let's see, so City of Tears does have a thing there. This is the correct, yes. City storerooms should be it. All right. All right, so we're gonna go get the down smash because it's been long enough. I should definitely just do it. Let's see. Yes, I have actually gotten through most of the game at this point. I've unlocked most of the game at the very least. Let's see, where am I? So we're going to the right, I guess. Oh, this doesn't go through, does it? I'm not going through 100% boss rush so much as I'm just moving a lot faster than I have on previous attempts. Because if you are sitting on the strength charm for most of the game, I mean, you just kill things a lot faster than you do when you're on your first attempt. Both because you're, going through the game faster, but also because you just spend less time dying. There were several bosses that I had a lot of trouble with on my first attempt, where I just kind of just blew through them without any trouble. This is actually probably going to be one of them. The previous attempt, I actually didn't unlock my weapon upgrade for, like, the vast majority of the game, basically. So I'm doing, like, more than 4 times as much damage as I was probably at this point in the previous attempt. What I should do... Oh, did I already hit this? I already hit this. The mind still limits us. How to break it past its constraints to attain a pure focus? Is it even possible? So it turns out that I do need to use this elevator. Yeah, on my previous attempt, my previous playthrough, I say attempt as if I didn't finish the game, but on my previous playthrough, I just didn't notice the nailsmith, so I ended up not actually getting the nailsmith stuff done until really late. So instead of doing 20 some damage per hit on that guy there, I was doing 5 because when you have a really, really weak weapon, it's not really safe to use the fragile charm because you're going from 5 damage to doing 8, which is a huge increase in damage, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't change the fact that you have to play perfectly for several minutes to be able to actually successfully kill the enemies. So, whereas going from doing 17 damage to doing it's gonna be a +9, so that's 26 damage, is just, it speeds things up dramatically, and it still doesn't really change the order of magnitude by any stretch of the imagination. Though it can in some cases. When you're fighting certain enemies, it takes you from 2-shotting them to 1-shotting them, which is, massive. It's a huge difference. Just mechanically speaking, it changes meaningfully the scope of the fight. Let's see. Like these guys, for instance, were ridiculously tanky the first time through. Because I think they took like something like 10 attacks or something like that to kill them before. And now it's just like, oh, okay, I can just two-shot you. Okay. I'm actually almost to the point where I can upgrade my weapon again, which is kind of cool. What do you have? Ooh, Spell Twister. I wonder what you do. Oh, yeah, I can dash through enemies now. I forgot about that. Cool. So, anything else to do here? It's going to be really funny to see this, like, how difficult this boss is, because on my first playthrough, this guy was super hard. It just took so long to kill. Hello, Soul Master. Oh, fail. That was silly of me. Are you kidding me? I should have done a charge attack. No fucking way. Okay. That failed. And yes, I was deliberately checking to see if I could just interrupt him from coming down by hitting him. And the answer appears to be no. But I thought it was worth a try, because there was no way he was going to kill me. Just too weak and pathetic to stand against my power. That was funny. That was really funny. Holy shit. How far did I get in this freaking game before? I don't think it's gonna cause a problem for me if I do this. I'm gonna try this. I'm pretty sure that I don't lose anything if I lose the fight, so. At least he doesn't do 2 damage per hit. Good fail. Oh, fuck. Good fail. I think I'm fucked on this attempt. Maybe not, though. I was able to recover most of... Okay. Oh. Wow, I'm really looking this up. I should be using this attack. It does like triple the damage of a normal attack. Now I remember why I used it so much. But that was silly me. So. As you get to the later fights, they simply don't give you as much time to beat on them in between attacks. So, oh right, yeah. Oh, never mind. Shit. I don't have the stuff I need to shit. Okay, we're fine. It's close, but we got it. Let's see. And yes, your meter recovers based off of the damage that you've dealt. In my dreams, I could see it, the kingdom's salvation, the cure for the plague. The answer was in the soul that animates our bodies. But the king, why? He opposed everything I did. His jealousy, his madness. By standing against me, he robbed me of my immortality. Now the king and his kingdom are dead, but I will live forever.
Your soul is mine.
All right. Well, that was closer than it had to be. But yeah, the final phase there is actually really easy. So, I think I actually need some mana to be able to use the thing. Boop. Boop. So it's here. Hollowness seal. But yeah, I came here way, way earlier last time. This was one of the first places I came, I think. It's kind of funny to think that I came here almost immediately, but then, like, oops, there's a lot of these. Asshole running around here. I came here almost immediately, and it's right next to the thing, but I still didn't get the other thing. Okay. That's not great. Oh, fail. Boop. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, I just need to get out of here, because they just keep spawning. Boop. 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 Boop, boop, boop. So we need to go back in here in order to get to you. Yay! And pop back over here. So we're under here now. So we now have the down slam available. Hadouken! And we can use this as well. Okay. Anything up here? I don't think there was anything up here that I needed to use that on, actually. I'm gonna check, though. I don't think there was any. There was definitely nothing in here, I don't think. So, back in the boss chamber. I'm kind of curious. Whoop. Can I get on this wall? Not really. It would be closer to Necromancer. The soul stuff in this is very much like sort of like manipulating people's soul essence to grant immortality and stuff like that. Demon is more of an extra planar creature. And a demon is more like interactive with concepts of like sort of like good and evil and battles in the afterlife. So whereas this character and this sort of setting is much more related to manipulating fundamental life forces on this plane of existence. So it's very much in the realm of necromancy and doesn't have any meaningful connection to sort of demonic stuff. There isn't any indication, like when it talks about souls and stuff like that, I don't think there's any meaningful indication that the soul energy is like supposed to like transfer to some sort of life, like afterlife or anything like that. So, I guess I've explored the Soul Sanctum, but I have not actually sat at anything. So we're just gonna use this. I don't know where this goes. Okay, this goes back into this chamber, which we have been to before. And now we can backtrack to all of the things. I think we basically have access to everything now. That's my thinking. Oh, I had an elegant key that I had picked up at some point. Okay. Hello. Well, this has a lot more HP than the other version did. But still not enough. Let's see. Figure connected to a device. Let's examine it closely. Ah. Shade Soul. Tap you to unleash a more powerful spirit. Same amount of soul, increased power. Yahoo. Okay, cool beans. So we have gotten this thing done, so I guess we're going to the left. Yes, okay. So down and then to the left. And then to the left again. Okay. And then we should be able to start accumulating stuff up here. see. Yeah, that's pretty classic necromancer there, right? Like it kind of depends though, because it depends to a degree on the nature of necromancy in the setting. So that's sort of like the classic necromancer. But healers generally, there's not a lot of distinction between a healer and a necromancer. So from a practical perspective, outside of a like setting where basically absent some sort of like divine limitations on sort of arcane magic or like sort of the kinds of magic that a normal person can do as opposed to stuff that's done by gods and godlike beings, there's not a huge amount of reason why a necromancer shouldn't just be like any other healer. So while a necromancer hypothetically would have the capacity to do zombies, they don't necessarily have to. They could also be just working with like healing people and giving people advanced enhanced lifespans and things like that. That is also to a large degree necromancy. It just kind of depends on the setting. I do think that it is much more common for necromancers to be evil and associated with undeath specifically. But mechanically speaking, there's a reason why basically every effective necromancer build is a cleric build, and it's because the ability to reanimate the dead and the ability to heal the living are largely similar things, right? Oh, the guy here, right, is... he probably wasn't evil in the... like, really? Up until he went nuts because he's trapped in here. So there's sort of like a contamination in Hollownest that is basically stealing everyone's brains and making everyone kind of, like, nuts. Basically, everyone who spends too much time down here kind of goes inevitably insane because of the corruption. So... and I didn't even know this was here. I don't know how I missed this. I don't know how I missed this last time that I was here. I was looking for something else entirely when I got here. Oh, you know how I missed this the last time? I've never been in this area before. That's how I missed this before. I'm in a different place than I thought I was. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure that I'm right below the thing that I'm looking for. Let's see. Are we at the top or at the bottom? I think we're at the top. We're at the top. Okay, so from there... we're not... we're actually just to the east of it, not above it, but that's fine. Alright, so we're going east, up, and then left. Am I just like them? Not exactly, no. The protagonist and what it actually is has not been entirely made clear at this point in the game. As far as can be told, the protagonist appears to have been part of some sort of horrific experiments that were done in this place and the very depths, the very bowels of this place. So the experiments that were done that sort of pseudo-necromancer guy, the necromancer guy we're doing, are related to the experiments that made the protagonist. But the protagonist hasn't been here this whole time. The protagonist just got here. and it's unclear where the protagonist got here from. But the protagonist clearly came from outside the... Oh, wow, I can actually hit that from outside of its reach. If I get it at exactly the right spot. Okay, so... Is it on the other side of this? It's on the other side. Fossilized golem wedged in the rock. Yeah, so the protagonist is not quite like anything else that's in the in this world. It is a different type of creature, fundamentally. I guess the closest similarity is to the guy that we keep saving, Zote the Mighty. Zote the Mighty is the most similar type of creature, but I don't think that he is the same... I don't think he has the same kind of origin. So, it's very possible that Zote is basically the type of creature that the protagonist's physical appearance is based off of. Because the protagonist appears to be some... Or maybe it's the type of creature that the protagonist was before being experimented on in the depths. So it depends. It depends on whether the protagonist is an inherently artificial life form, or if the protagonist is a type of life form, and then in addition to being... So this is Zote the Mighty. Like he has the most similarity in terms of visual appearance. But it also might be that he just doesn't look anything like that, and he's just wearing similar equipment to what the protagonist is. Because we don't really know what the protagonist looks like underneath the cloak and all the other... the mask. Because it could be a mask or it could be his head. We've got the mask maker who indicates that some things are wearing masks and some are not. Let's see. So, we've come back to Dirtmouth. I don't see anything over there, but I'm pretty sure there is something over there somewhere. If I want to, I can head over to the Crystal Peak and get those two things done. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to head to Crystal Peak. I think that's a pretty set. Okay. For a second, I thought I accidentally managed to kill the ghost. I'm like, what? You actually can kill that ghost if you use the Dream Blade on them. Okay. If you use the Dream Blade on living creatures, it basically reads their mind. And if you use it on things that are already dead, it like absorbs their life essence into your sword. Whoop. No, I haven't actually played any more Baba Is You. I might at some point go back to it, but we'll see. I'll probably play a little bit of it periodically, but it's just something that I don't play puzzle games for very long. So like, I played the programming game. Which was kind of fun. But I just got a little bit into it, and then I just kind of stopped playing it eventually. I just got kind of bored of it. But yeah, those kinds of games aren't very visual, and seeing me sit around, like, thinking is not necessarily... not necessarily what most people are looking for from my streams. If I have to think too hard, then clearly I'm failing miserably. Okay, so that was... Those things are a lot easier to deal with when they only take one hit to kill. Let's see. Yeah, one of the things for me is that I like to do most of my, like, when I'm doing, like, very, like, mentally heavy and mentally engaged stuff, I actually like to be able to sort of walk around and putter around with it in a way that you really can't with, like, a puzzle game. So, like, when I'm trying to figure out, like, build up and optimization and stuff like that for an RPG, I do that when I'm on public transport. I do that while I'm washing the dishes. I do a lot of that kind of stuff while I'm doing other stuff. And sitting in, like, one place where I have to physically just be, like, looking at the thing that I'm trying to solve it's not as fun for me. I mean, it's fun for me, like, when I'm in the mood to do that as a primary activity for a period of time. But it's not like, it's not something that I'm going to be, it's not the kind of mood that I'm going to be in a lot, because I usually have other stuff. I'm getting a lot of sort of mental engagement time out of, sort of the rest of my my lifestyle. So, because I have a lot of sort of random, like, downtime where I'm not at a machine, and almost all of that is spent solving some sort of a puzzle of some sort. So, like, whether I'm trying to figure out and trying to, like, parse through, like, the sort of, like, infection statistics for the coronavirus, or I'm trying to, like, figure out how some sort of moral philosophy works, or I'm trying to figure out how to maximize my DPS in some video game. Like, all those tasks, I'm constantly engaged in that kind of activity. So I don't know. Is that all of them? No. What did I miss? Okay, that's all of them. Let's see. Light refracted. Energy contained. See. I don't know what Ebony Darkness Ravenway is. Let's see. Yeah. It can be beneficial to read. It can be beneficial to look at what doesn't work in order to improve. But you have to be careful looking at stuff that doesn't work in order to improve, because it can be very easy. And this is a problem with identifying with stuff that does work as well for the same reason. But if you can't accurately decide what it is that doesn't work about it, if you can't identify what is actually wrong with it, and you basically misattribute what the problem is, that can end up being problematic, right? So it is very useful to consume huge amounts of things that you want to be better at. If you want to improve at something, watching people of all skill levels do things, whether it's, you know, writing or gaming or what have you, it's all the same. Anytime you're trying to develop a skill, it's useful to observe many different skills, many different skill levels, to see if you can sort of like parse the differences between the people of the various skill levels. Let's see, is this the... Yes, this is the one with the slip ceiling. But yeah, I would say that generally it is generally better to observe someone who's good at something versus someone who's bad at something, unless you're trying to figure out what it is about someone's skill that actually makes them good. Because by comparing the difference between something that works and doesn't work, you can very easily see, not necessarily easily, but you can usually identify to a degree what the differences are. But it's all relative. Oh boy. So here's the crystallized mound. That's so cool. Can I hit you? No. That's a little closer than it had to be. I think I'm actually going to go back down there because I saw a shiny. I guess I'm going to go this way first, actually. So that's... Oh. Okay, well, we're able to come back here. Free me! Oh, cool. So we've got a upgraded version of this. I take criticism all the time. Really? That's what this is? But everyone takes criticism, and everyone... Well, not necessarily everyone, but I think that most people think that their strategy for taking criticism and dealing with it is the correct strategy. And the ones who agree with me are right. But yeah, I mean, everybody has a strategy for dealing with criticism, and some people legitimately do not like their way of dealing with criticism, but most people I think have the feel that they have the appropriate strategy for dealing with criticism. Let's see. This is the resting ground, so that's an easy way to get a thing. Apparently I didn't... Oh, there was a... Take that as a no. Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean, right? Like, it depends on what you mean by do you take criticism. Because everyone takes criticism, because as soon as... You can't be given criticism and not take it. It's just a matter of what your response to that criticism is, right? So, I respond in a way to criticism, and there are some good components to the way that I take it, and there are probably some components that could use some work. It's a mixed bag. So there's a thing around here somewhere. This whole area is just secrets. So dark. Interesting. But generally speaking, I don't pay very close attention to criticism because I generally speaking do not pay that much attention to what people are saying. I don't think that listening to other people and what they say is necessarily a very good way of identifying how the world works. And it's not even a very good way if you, like, taken at face value, the things that people say have very little to do with the way that they think and what their actual feelings are, even if they don't realize it. So it would not be unfair for me to say that my general opinion is that most people at most times, if they're opening their mouth, they are lying. And that's true of me, and it's true of everyone else. And it's just a matter of the magnitude and specifics. So yeah, I listen to what people are saying, but I'm listening for different things than I think most people are when they're listening to people. Let's see. This is another elevator. Is that elevator? I guess it probably is. This is probably the elevator above the Coliseum. So it looks like the Coliseum elevator has 2 exits. Alright, so we're now going to go back to the east side, I guess. Yeah, my first book was written basically by a different person a decade ago. I have very little in common with the person who wrote that book, to be perfectly honest. That book, I think, it's a combination of 2 different stories in 2 different genres, and it works okay, but I don't know that it's necessarily impressive. Let's see. So there's another building here. Let's see. Hey. Ah, Nihon, the world, this cruel, sinful world. Why does Che wake? Why does Che persist? Ah, La Mer, you could not know the tragedy is complete as Che's. True lovers stripped apart, 2 worlds that could not meet. And now, Melod lover, dead so long in time, dead so far away. Buried, Moina? Aye. Amongst its hateful kin that did deny our union, that did reject Che's outsideness. She doesn't suppose? Nalo. Could Che ask? Could Che burden? La Mer, couldst you deliver a gift to her grave? The gift is maybe small, but the trek is long. She rests among her kind near our queen's lush refuge. Would such a thing be done? Che asks impossible things, mad things. For Le Maire to take up such a request would be a kindness Che has near forgotten. Okay. Oh, I know where this is supposed to go. Rare bloom you grant, Lemaire. It will be Che's last request. After this, never shall Che lay burden on another. The sacred flower is the offering, is a rare, delicate object, one of a kind. You must cherish it, must act as though it were your own heart. If you were to get hurt whilst carrying it, or did attempt to ride those jolting transit beasts, it would forever be destroyed. Her grave lies in the middle of the queen's overgrown estate. It is surrounded by her kind, who will not look kindly on your trespass. Take care, Lemaire. My hopes I place upon you, and my fervent wish that this small solace may come to pass. Okay, so shit. So I can't use a transit beast. I have to go from here to... Jesus Christ. To there without taking a single point of damage. So I hope I can restart this if I screw it up. Okay, so just heading straight west through the through the Forgotten Crossroads, then down south. It's probably the easiest way to go about it. There's no way in hell that I'm going to get this done, but we're going to try it. Okay, what's that? I can't just go this way, can I? No. I really hope that I can ask for another one if I screw this up. So there's one up there. So we're up here now. So... if we just keep going west, we'll get to the tram, but I don't know if I can go on the tram or not. The tram may or may not be a viable path to get to where I'm going. Let's see. Boop. I haven't written anything recently. I started up a philosophy book a little while ago, but that was before I started taking my medication. So I'll need to either get back into it or not sometime in the future. I'm debating what kind of writing I want to be doing. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. So that's done. Got through you. Boop. Let's see. Probably want to switch planes. Do I? Or do I want to go through the Queen Station? Because I could go up through the green path. Where am I right now? I'm down here. Okay, so... yeah, I think I'm going to want to go up. I'm going to go up and west that way. Sorry, I need to be really careful in order to avoid getting hit once, because I do not actually know for sure how this works. This is a dead end. Okay, so I'm there. So you. Up and to the left. What? 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 How did that not die? Well, life is sad. Okay, well, I'll have to get another flower, I guess. Oh, well. I mean, I don't actually know. I hope I can get another flower. I should have probably Googled that, but it's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that's a rough trip. Alright, so let's see here. I need 40 charms to get this. How many do I need? 12 more. Yeah, I need to know we're close to getting that. Alright, so I think the fastest way to go now is going to be to get this done. But I have yet to figure out what I want to do with my writing. I don't really know. The thing with me is that there's so many things that I enjoy doing that I'm pretty good at doing that it makes it very difficult for me to actually figure out what I want to do. So I don't know. I just do whatever I feel like at any given time. Writing has historically been troublesome for me because of the ADHD, and I've now identified the at least part of the source of that problem. There's the other source of the problem is that anytime I create something, it's just kind of gross and not good enough. I can't really meaningfully edit because everything that I make is really equally shitty. Including things that are objectively quite good by any like practical measure. Let's see. Oh, so this person's opening that door now. Oh, so there's an area that I enter the glade. Listen closely, you may hear the utterings of bugs long since gone. The dreams of the old kingdom are starting to cling to you, very encouraging. You've certainly made my dreary work here more exciting. Being the caretaker of this place hasn't been very stimulating. I wouldn't complain, though. Tending these graves and guiding the wield are all penitence for old crimes. Certainly things have to be kept in balance. Take this trinket for your efforts and return with 500 essence. Keep up the tireless work. And that's the pale ore that I need to upgrade my weapon to max. I didn't realize that I would get it off of this. That's great. So we've got all the pale ore we need. I got the Spirit's Glade over here. Bugs in this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you may remain, but raise your nail and you'll contend with me. Okay. I think this is a... oops. Wasn't intending to break all their things, so hopefully they don't complain too much next time I go there. Whoopsie doopsie. Let's see here. Go away. So, Kingdom's Edge has a thing there. There's actually quite a lot of stuff at the Kingdom's Edge. So, I guess we might as well head toward Kingdom's Edge again. Well, the key with any creative enterprise is to make something that you want to make, and that's that's an end in itself. It doesn't matter if other people want it. What matters is whether you want it. Like, the desire to make it exist is the important desire. Other people are largely irrelevant. Let's see. Let's see. Unless you want to make money off of it, in which case, that's a problem. But I don't think that there's any meaningful amount of intersection between, like, the sort of the quality of a piece of art and how many people have any interest in it whatsoever. If the piece of work does what it's meant to do, right, then it works and it's done its job. And if it doesn't do what it's meant to do, then it's not well made. Let's see. Well, making personal projects that are what you want to make, right, is the way that you develop your skills. Trying to make something for profit is not really... I hesitate to say that it's not artistic, so much as to say that the artistic element is it's a different type of an art, right? And the best way to learn how to do new, interesting things is by making something that you want. And then once you know how to make the things that you want to make, you can then say, okay, well, now I have all these skills that I've developed making things that I want to make. I could combine these skills and combine these mechanics and combine these things together, and this seems like something that people would be interested in playing. And that's how you get sort of more the stuff that sort of other people are going to want to play. But you can't really get there unless you, like, just do stuff by yourself, right? And... yeah, like, art is the exact opposite of a waste of time. Like, from a practical perspective, the most productive thing that you can own, like, the most productive thing that you can make is something that keeps paying for itself forever, right? So, art, and by art, that includes things like writing, that includes visual arts, that includes, to a degree, programming. Any of these sort of creative outlets create something that you then own. And because you own it, you can sell it to other people. And then other people who are using your work are having to pay you to do their work. And that's how you make money in this sort of crony capitalist society that we have right now. Like, actually generating labor is not actually very profitable for you. You need to own something. And owning intellectual property and having the copyright on things is pretty much the best way to make money in the modern world, especially because for a large variety of reasons. But like, if you look at the way that people orient their companies, IP is basically the thing. So, like, a huge portion of Apple's profits are protected by the fact that they have IPs that they can exploit so that they can avoid taxation. Like, and there's just so much value in intellectual property, even beyond, being able to exploit tax loopholes. It's not just tax loopholes that you make huge profits off of. There's other stuff as well. But from a practical perspective, if you're looking to make the maximal profit, you really want to be owning things. Okay, so I'm all the way over here. At least now I know where I So yeah, but the other key is that in order to be able to profit off of art, you need to make art just for the hell of it all the time, because otherwise you're not going to be able to make quality, right? Like, considering the amount of time and effort that's put into it, I think that, my books are fine-ish. I mean, I haven't read them in a long time, so it's hard for me to make any real sort of judgment. But they, largely speaking, accomplished the objective that I was trying to accomplish. And it's certainly no Stephen King, but I think that basically they accomplished their objective sufficiently for them to compare favorably to many things which are making people millionaires. That's not to say that, the artistic quality necessarily needs to be there in order to make you a millionaire, but it certainly helps. But at any rate, but like from a practical perspective, if you actually, if you invest a bunch of time and energy into getting good at something, generally speaking, there's someone out there who wants it done, and maybe they'll pay for you for it, and maybe they won't, right? Like, but if you're looking to make money in the modern world, from a practical perspective, you want to figure out how you can own something, and that's really the most important thing, is figure out what you can own. And once you know what you can own, you then figure out how you intend to exploit that thing that you own. I think... Yes. Okay, I had put this down just kind of randomly because I didn't have vision on this place when I did it. So this is the place that I'm going to. We're all set. Let's see. You've come a long way just to die at the edge of the world. No, do not speak. I have heard thousands and thousands of empty words from those like you. Your pride, your desires, your desperation. You will take these things with you once I strike you down. Raise your weapon then and die like those who came before you. Challenge the warrior during my night. Done. That was kind of mindlessly aggressive on my part, but it works. Never have I been defeated in combat. I can see myself here, still sleeping. How long have I been hidden here? Here at the edge of the world, no one could find me except you. Warriors, knights, kings, even time itself, they have no power over me. Only you. You are the darkness, come to consume me. Indeed. I did not deliver the flower because it broke, so... Since the flower broke, I'll have to either get the flower again, in which case I can do it whenever I want, and I'll do it later once I've gotten more stuff. That's going to be one of the hardest tasks of the entire game, I think, actually. For someone like me who's very sloppy, that's going to be one of the hardest things that I actually accomplish during the game, and I'm going to have to come up with an appropriate pathway to get it done. Let's see, so that's that. So now we need to go west and north. Yeah, the most important thing that we can do in our lives is be happy. And for the most part, the the little games that we play to like pretend that some people are better or more important than others are just kind of arbitrary and meaningless, right? If you're happy, then you're successful. And if you're not happy, then you're not successful. And that's as far... That is as close to the meaning of life as I can really get to. And if, like, struggling mightily to sort of min-max your profitability is the thing that makes you happy, then absolutely go for it, because it makes you happy, and that's the important thing, right? I don't have anything against people who devote their lives toward accumulating ever more wealth, because it sounds fun. It sounds fun. It sounds like a thing that you could legitimately enjoy, but there's no inherent value. There's nothing of inherent value in this world other than happiness. And so there's no, like, escape solution. There's nothing that you can chase. There's no dreams you can chase after that are more or less valid than others. Because that's just not really how it works. You know, if it makes you happy, then it makes you happy, and that's all that matters. And I mean, it's not all that matters, because if it makes you need to be healthy as well, because if you're not healthy, that minimizes the duration with which you can be happy. So happiness and healthiness are both important. But outside of those two factors, everything else is just kind of arbitrary means to get to those two ends. But that's not the way that our societies are run. Our societies are run off of fundamentally religious notions of what has value. And, like, whether those religions are, like, explicitly, you know, making judgments about a higher power, well, like, you're talking about, like, you know, your classic religions, like Hinduism and Christianity and Islam and all that kind of stuff. Whether that's your religion, or economics is your religion, or, you know, capitalism is your religion, like, a lot of people have fundamentally religious beliefs when it comes to, like, the nature of things. And by religious, I just mean that there's not really any, like, there's no verifiable truth there. There's just, like, assigning values to things that you can't really. There's no like. There's no objective measure there. And I think that a lot of people suffer because of the fact that they are trying to appeal to things that are not necessarily going to help them at all, that they don't get any value out of. Let's see. Where am I? I feel like the place that I'm at isn't even on the map, but I've been here before. Okay, so I went all the way to the top. Oh, I think I understand what happened. I think I thought I was on the mid-tier when I was actually on the top tier. Is that what happened? I'm gonna go back down over here. I might have actually. First, I'm gonna go to the arena. Get this done. I'm gonna basically update my map so that I can see what's up. Map updated and okay, so that's interesting. So there's a hole there, and I did not go to that place. So I somehow missed the opening there. So I guess I just need to go back. But yeah, I like to spend my time thinking, and I live a life that allows me to spend as much time thinking about whatever I want to think about as I can. And I've never really ascribed any particular value to the things that I'm told I'm supposed to. I never have. And part of that comes from a childhood where I didn't really have anyone that I had any respect for. To be perfectly honest. It's very difficult to train people into societal norms and values if everyone in society is a fucking idiot. Like, it's like, you can't convince someone that your values are correct if they don't respect you as a person. And that's just, let's see. That is the story of my young life. And part of that is because I'm an asshole. And part of that is just because, legitimately speaking, I didn't have any peers until I met my wife. And it is, legitimately difficult to give a shit when there aren't any real authority figures in your life. That's not entirely true, because, like, as an example, I think that I had a degree of respect for my parents for most of my life, but that was undermined. Let's see. If I thought that you pirated my book, that would not impact my opinion of you in any way, shape, or form. Actually, I think that if people want nice things to continue to exist, it makes sense for them to buy them. But I also think that it is unrealistic for anyone to think that purchasing my book is going to result in me creating new ones. I'm either going to or I'm not, and it has nothing to do with whether you spend money on it or not. Now, if you were to organize a campaign that made it so that, all of a sudden it was a legitimately profitable engine for me to pursue, then that changes the mathematics of it, because then it's not a purely artistic endeavor. Then it's something that is potentially profitable, and that's something that I do care at least a little bit about. But yeah, no, I don't care about that. But when I was growing up, I have far more respect for people now than I did as a kid, because when I was a kid, I was much more of an asshole than I am now, right? But when I grew up as a kid, like, it's important to understand that, like, I was surrounded by a bunch of people who were just objectively wrong all the time, and who didn't really understand any of the stuff that they were trying to teach. And the people who were supposed to be experts in things had a worse understanding of those things than I had within 10 minutes of encountering the subject, right? Like, I never had any math teachers that didn't say incredibly dumb things that just didn't make mathematical sense. because they were not as good at math as me. And math is something that people don't think of math as a creative subject. They think of math as being something that is sort of just like rote memorization, but it's not. But between that and stuff like, the arguments that I was given for why I was supposed to do things were inherently bad arguments, because they're the kinds of arguments that people use to try to convince a child to do a thing when the child respects authority. But I had no respect for authority, so none of their arguments made any, worked. So I didn't have any real authority figures in most of my life, and I didn't really have any, I didn't really have a lot of reason to really give a crap what anyone had to say, because they were just kind of talking out of their asses the entire time. So for my entire childhood, it was just a bunch of people talking out of their ass who had no idea what they were talking about. And that's true for my, academic studies. It's true for any time I, interacted with an adult in a social setting. And it's not like the kids were any better, right? So yeah, my childhood was just not the kind of childhood that lends to someone actually giving a crap about what anyone else thinks. Let's see. By open world building, are you talking about the stuff like the SCP project, where it's Creative Commons license? It's so amazing having these all take one hit to kill instead of 15. Let's see. But yeah, I'm generally of the belief that I'm generally of the belief that using someone else's intellectual property outside of two entities using it for explicit commercial purposes, but that's a commercial thing that has nothing to do with from an artistic principle. But I don't think that there's any problem whatsoever from an artistic perspective with the existence of crappy fan fiction. I think that bad fan fiction makes a good setting better, not worse. So if you write good fan fiction, then you've made good art that is, an objective boon to the setting. But even if you make, even if you fail to accomplish your goals with fan fiction, even if you don't manage to make high quality fan fiction, I think that there's inherent value in increasing the total amount of art within the setting. I just do. So I don't know. I feel like it's a very low risk position. Now, if somebody does not want people making stuff in their setting, that's a different story, right? So if someone doesn't want you making stuff in that setting, I think that's kind of silly. Honestly, I do. Unless there's commercial stuff involved. I think having an anti-fan fiction perspective is just kind of a weird perspective that I don't understand. But But whether I understand it or not, you should still respect the author's wishes, right? But if someone is sort of like pro fan fiction and is pro Creative Commons and stuff like that, then I don't think there's anything wrong with making stuff in their setting, because it makes it easier for you, because of the fact that some of the stuff is already done. You can make it and you can look at it and say, how do I feel about this relative to the other stuff that's already in this setting? And it helps you compare your prose to the prose in this setting, and your character development to the character development in this setting. Because basically those individual skills can be pinpointed and identified. Whereas if you create something in an independent IP, it's harder to tell whether the problem is with your fundamental world building, or if the problem is with like the actual prose, or the problem is with like the character motivations, or the character like just the fundamental understanding of the character in the first place, right? Like whether there's a problem with the character or a problem with the way that you're expressing that character in this instance, those are two very different things to fix. So from a problem solving perspective, when you're trying to improve your writing, it's valuable to use someone else's setting. Now, that being said, it's also valuable to write things in your own setting for a completely different set of reasons, because obviously if you don't write anything in your own setting, then you're never going to know how good your ability to like create an IP is, right? So at some point, everyone needs to create their own IP. But it's a normal part of the generation of an IP to sort of look at what other people have done and try to identify where you can improve. So, and sometimes that's going to be more explicit and sometimes it's going to be less explicit, right? So that's just my thinking. But it really just it just depends on, what, you're looking for, right? I do think that one of the worst things you can do for yourself as an artist is to only make stuff that is meant to be sold. And if you look at my writing, I would say a good portion of the weaknesses of my writing come directly from the fact that the only time that I am writing is when I'm intending to sell something. If I'm intending to write a book for the purpose of having a finished product that other people will read, right? Whether they're going to pay me for it or not, if the only time you're writing anything is when you're going to sell it, that's not really an optimal way of improving as an author. Because you don't take risks in the same way if you are writing something for the purpose of other people to engage with. And you improve a huge amount if you're writing things for the purpose of just practice and writing. It's just like drawing, really. Do I want to use a simple key to open this cocoon? Not really. There's another simple keyed lock that I need to unlock, and I don't think I need to do anything with that guy there right now. I can do that later. That's all the Pantheon stuff, and that's all DLC, so since that's DLC, I don't think I need to worry about it right now. So where does this go? But I always think that it's best, no matter what you're doing, to be thinking about it in sort of a results-oriented way, right? Like if you're doing something because you want to you do not become better at something by doing that thing. That's not really how you improve at things. So if you want to write, as an example, if you want to write marketable commercial books, you don't become able to do that by writing commercial books. That's not how you get good at writing commercial books. You get good at writing commercial books by reading and doing research and by writing things that are practicing skills that you are weak on so that you can improve those skills and accomplish the specific minute skills that are needed for writing a commercial novel. So the way that I would describe it is it's similar to training for, if you want to be a sprinter, right? Like you want to be an Olympic sprinter. Olympic sprinters spend a lot of time running, right? But they don't spend that much time doing a 50-yard dash. They spend a decent amount of time doing 50-yard dash, but most of their training time is spent doing things that are not explicitly the 50-yard dash. And the reason is that there are so many individual skills that go into doing the 50-yard dash that it's kind of silly to think that you're just going to practice those skills exclusively by doing the dash itself. That's just not the most efficient way to improve and train those skills. So, similarly speaking, with writing, if you're writing something for the purpose of selling it, then it's not going to improve you as a writer because you aren't going to take any risks and you're not objectively trying to learn. That's not the function of what you're doing. So when you want to be good at writing commercial novels, you do that by practicing on things that you never intend to sell. And you might show them to certain people to get an idea of how people will react to it, but their purpose is not to be sold, right? And there's a lot of work that goes into doing stuff. Because I say, for an instance, that like the weak parts of my my prose come from the fact that I don't really write prose outside of when I'm writing a novel to be sold. But the strengths that I have as a writer, the things that I'm actually legitimately quite good at, the reason that I'm actually good at those things is because I do that all the time. So like developing my setting and my world building and things like that, developing the magic system, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff I just do in my free time. Like I write essays on the nature of will and things like that. So while as the reader you may or may not know like how the magic system works in my setting, like you may or may not be able to figure it out by reading the book. But the magic system works in a coherent way, and the way that it works, there's no like places in my book where the fundamental physics of the world breaks down because I didn't think it through in advance, right? Whereas in terms of like towns and cities and things like that, some of that might get a little iffy. I don't think I have any actual like plot holes with that kind of stuff. I don't think I have any problems with that. But it would be conceivable for me to, because of the fact that that's not something that I have spent years developing. But the internal logic of my magic setting, or of my magic system, is something that I've written, I've written sufficient about the magic system to basically have a doctoral thesis on it, right? There's no way I'm going to screw that shit up. And it's because I just do it all the time, not to sell it. And that's... Anyway, that's the basic gist. If you want to get good at things, you need to do it in all the time in ways that are... whatchamacallits? In ways that there's low stakes. Because if you have high stakes, you can't improve because you can't take risks. And risks are where you improve. In only your weapon have I seen such potential. Finally, I behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon, I must step outside a moment. Enough random tirades about the nature of skills. This, by the way, is the reason that I do not enjoy hardcore modes. The reason that I don't enjoy things where it deletes your save file if you fail, that's why. Is because you can't do anything difficult if the results are important. So, with a pure nail forged, my work is in this lifetime comes to an end. My only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike through. I beg you, cut me down. As my last moment in life, I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. After all this time, all this toil, haven't I earned it? Nope. Bye. I am not going to kill you, sir. You damn weirdo. Alright, let's see here. So, we've now upgraded our weapon up to max. So the base damage on the weapon is now 32. Well, it's not 32 base, but with my fragile strength thing equipped, it does 32 damage, which is up from 20 something. I think it's about a 20% increase in the overall damage. So this thing is still here. Did I explore this? Have I gone to a bench? I must have gone to a bench, right? Because if I hadn't gone to a bench, then I shouldn't have things. So yeah, I'm going to try to go to the bottom of this area. Oh, right place. Oh, it's the next area. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Let's see. Got... Wow. That is a one-shot. Let's see. So is it over here? Yes. So that leads me to here, but I don't think there's anything terribly interesting here. So this is just an alternative route to this location. Oh, fail. Just fall in the hole. Just fall in the hole, why don't you? Bye. And let's see, we're gonna go back up. And now I need to figure out where I want to go now. I think I'm gonna go fight the Traitor King. Because I actually, whoa, I know where he is. Is this the exit? Yes. So we need to get to the thingamabobber. And I haven't gone through there yet, but that's something to do. I feel so bad for that boss. Just got obliterated so fast. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. And away we go. I'm just gonna head to King Station. It's just mean-spirited. Actually, I'm gonna check this spot because I think I can break through this. I don't think there's a ton of reason to, but I think I can. I think not. I can. Alright. Not a lot of reason to, but I was able to do it. I think I also have a simple key. Yes, I definitely have a simple key, so I should be able... to get into whichever door needs that. Is that this one? Yes. Oh, is this... Songstress Marissa. A voice sees all burdens and still all troubled. Something or other. Down here. So what are you? Wanderer's Journal. Okay. Gonna go ahead and bring that back. Wow, that is taking its sweet time. Okay. Boop. Okay, we got another rancid egg. Shoink! You look pretty skinny, very scrawny, that's the way I reckon. Just look at me, a big, nice, fat, oily, scrumptious bug. No wonder I'm so popular around here. Okay. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Da, da, da. The Pleasure House. Welcome to my stage, little one. I'm Marissa, songstress of some renown. Though given the sorry state of the place, you may find it hard to believe. Huge crowds once flocked to me to hear me sing. Then something changed. The audience, once so enwrapped, began to leave. I continued to sing, yet my voice fell silent upon their ears. Perhaps you'd like to listen to me sing? You'll be the first in an age to hear it. Even if it's only you, it's a wonderful thing to have an audience again. Wonder what happens if I just sit here for a while. Okay. Okay, map has been updated. And that leads us back to here. So that's not terribly relevant. Okay, well, we've used our key, but gotten basically nothing out of it. We finished the Coliseum of Fools already. We have that down there. So I guess we could go to the Palace grounds and pop over to do that. We could also try to go over there. And that's actually easy to get to from there. So I think that's how I want to do that. Okay, so we're going to go to the hidden thingamahoo's it. I think that'll work pretty well. Boop. Fail. No. I swear, if I could just destroy all of the elevators as soon as I get the ability to climb on walls, it would make me very happy. It slows me down so much having to deal with the elevators. I think, actually, before I do what I was thinking I was going to do, I think I'm first going to go to the stag nest, because the stag nest has a thing that I can smash through in the floor. I think. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't. I thought it did. Okay, I stand corrected. Does not appear to have a thing. Fine. So we're going to hidden station instead. And from here, we can head west. Get all this stuff done. Alright, so we're in the ancient basin, and we need to go up all the way to the tram, and then from the tram we go a little bit to the left. Let's see. Boop. Boop, boop. Alright. So you're done. And now we can head back to the tram station and do the next thing. And we'll see how it goes. Boop, boop. Press the going button. Let's see. Boop. Deep nest time. Okay. I still haven't actually done the dreamer over here. Okay, so we're now here in... Oh, whoops, I'm an idiot. I made a mistake. There we go. So down here, whoops, that was silly me. Okay. This is actually pretty cool. Okay, that's some more shit. But this is very cool because it requires that you actually utilize this. So the Sharp Shadow is actually pretty interesting as a thing. Oops. Oops. Sharp Shadow allows you to whatchamacallit? Oh, was there a no, I think that I was just marking this because the I was marking it because of this. But I marked it with the wrong color, so that's kind of weird. I mean, it's not. It's not strange at all that I marked it with the wrong color. That's very much in my nature. Okay, moving right along. So we're now here, and we could go back into the tram if we want. Don't have any real reason to. So the map's been updated. We have completed that little circuit. Is there anything else that we need to do in this region? Not that I recall. So where is the closest train station? What symbol is that? Oh, Warrior's Grave. I don't think I've done that Warrior's Grave, so let's go do that. So we're going left, then we're going left again. To the left. Oh, shit. Okay, that's good to know. Did I did not go up. We can go again. It's fine, yes. We're going up one in this area, I think. Or are we going up in this area? No. Not. Okay, I understand. Went the wrong way. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think how long it took me the first time. And admittedly, part of that was just the fact that I was doing it from Florida in suboptimal circumstances. But because I was on a laptop that I wasn't very comfortable with for most of it. But I think that I did transition over to a proper computer midway through that playthrough, right? I like how I can just one-shot these now. Just escalated so dramatically at this point. So much DPS. I'm doing all the deeps. Bow before my deeps. You cannot stand against the power of my deeps. Hey, buddy. Oh, a fellow warrior out there? Out here, I thought I was the only one brave and strong enough to survive this foul, forgotten pit. I'm Galleon, the strongest warrior in Hollownest. I've come to this monstrous place to test my strength. No doubt you wish to test your might as well, hmm? Yes, you and I are a rare breed, quite unlike the poor fellow who has fallen before us. The world is not kind to the weak, I fear. The guy who's fallen before... he's looking at his own corpse. So then, shall we do battle? Let us test your strength in a joyful combat. Easy game, easy life. Hey, buddy. Unbelievable. I'm defeated at last. So this is what it feels like to be bested. Still, though, I am strong, am I not? When you see your king. Surely you'll tell him of my valor. Yes, he sent you here to test me, didn't he? I knew he had not forgotten, brave Galleon. I am ready to join you now. Brothers, you and I, let us leave this place together. Interesting. It's kind of a weird thing to say. And this gives shiny blueness. Shiny blueness. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we've taken out Galleon, and now we can head on back east, I guess. Heading on east to murder all the things. Well, that was silly of me. Whoop. So we're going down by 1, and then we're going just due west. Okay, so we're going to start getting the guys who... Well, it's always nice when you can just completely overpower those things, huh? Let's see. Oh, it's madness. It's utter madness. The deeps. The deeps. And we actually have a thing here that I didn't activate last time. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go to the... Oh. Boop, boop. They call me the Brute Force King. Because I just brute force my way through things with no skill at all. That's just how I roll. Let's see. And I am just brute forcing these because it's faster. If I wanted to preserve my HP, you just hit them with a big hit, and then you just walk away. It's not terribly difficult to protect against that. But I have sufficient resources that I don't think there's a lot of reason to play it safe. So I think we've gotten everything on the left side now. Shit. Oh boy. And now that we're getting these little guys, I'm so... Toko. It's not up here, is it? Oh, there's one over... Okay, so there's more over here that I did not get. Oh, geez. There's a whole section over here. Is that everything? I thought I just saw one that was up there that I didn't get. Huh. Alright. Nest alive, sleeping queen, beast. Alright, so let's see here. We got... We got this section to go through now. Boop, boop. Alright, we ready to wake up this dreamer? Or absorb the dreamer, or whatever the hell we're gonna do. I think the answer to that is yes. So let's pop over here. Oh, hello. So you figure, bing. Okay. Bound for brood, for child. Fair bargain made. Give all. For her. So we're just going to absorb all this essence. And that's a wrap on you. Get rig direct. It's getting wrecked in here. Oh, hey, Hornet, how's it going? So you've slain the beast and you head towards the fated goal. I'd not have obstructed this happening, but it caused me some pain to knowingly stand idle. What? You might think me stern, but I'm not completely cold. We do not choose our mothers, or the circumstances into which we are born. Despite all the ills of this world, I'm grateful for the life she granted me. It's quite a debt I owed. Only in allowing her to pass and taking the burden of the future in her stead can I begin to repay it. Leave me now, ghosts. Allow me a moment alone in the bedchamber before it becomes forever a shrine. Mother, forgive my inaction, but another path may be possible. And that is... Let's wrap for here. So we've taken out another one of these dreamers, and we can now go to... We'll go to the teacher's archives eventually, but I don't want to go there now. I'm going to go to the Queen's Garden, I think. I should be able to get through whatever is there. So we can go to the Queen's Garden and get that done. Hey, Stag, how's it going? Oh, little one, where are we? I've never been to this station. It has a strange air of danger to it. Let me take you somewhere safer, quickly. Okay. How about... Distant village? No, we're at the distant village. Racing grounds. Queen's Gardens. There we go. Let us go. Let us go. Where are we going? We're going to go north, considerable distance, and then west. We are not going to put on the sharp thing, because the sharp thing is going to make this much harder than it has to be. Oh shit, well that's not great. Okay, so I need to... Fuck. I could have actually still done that. Okay, up we go. Okay, so it takes 2 hits to take these out. And... Wait, how have I never gone here? I think Oh shit. This is the boss, isn't it? Is this the boss? Yes. Okay, well, forgot the boss is here. Oh shit, you hit me for 2 damage per hit. Oh, fuck. Okay, whew, that was close. At 2 damage per hit, it almost took me out, because I was being sloppy in the beginning, and then I was just being the normal levels of bad. Okay, so we've got... Can I get high enough? Okay, nothing up there. Oh, there's a creature here. There's a critter here. Oh, what arrives? Far it walks to find me. Did it seek my aid, or did the path carry it by chance to so pertinent a place? It is true that you were awaited. No, perhaps that is inaccurate. True one, like you, was awaited. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind, half of a whole. When united, great power is granted, and on the path ahead, great power it will need. Taken the white front. It faced the gendered child. She's a fierce foe, strong in mind and body, striking reflection of her mother, though the two were permitted little time together. I never begrudged Wyrm's dalliance's bargain. In fact, I feel some affection for the creature birthed. If your paths were ever to align, I imagine you might gain yourself a powerful ally. Within my roots, the weakening of the vessel I plainly feel. Only 2 obvious outcomes are there from such a thing. The first is inevitable on current course, regression, all minds relinquished to that pernicious plague. The second I find preferable, and would seek your aid in its occurrence, replacement. I implore you, usurp the vessel. Its supposed strength was ill-judged. It was tarnished by an idea instilled, but you are free of such blemishes. You could contain that thing inside. I'll offer fair warning. The vessel may itself be weak, but is much empowered by the force within. To claim its role requires strength of some magnitude. Prepare yourself well before attempting the task. Prepare well, but don't dally. Were the vessel to break prematurely, the plague would unleash that rage and power built in ages chained. Okay, well. So it can access a mind, then the seals shall break before its blade. Interesting. So that's the other creature in the game that has noticed that I'm reading its mind. Protect. Alright, so we have reached a place that I can't see on the map. So this just circles back. And we're now in the place here. Anything I need to do over here? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm just going to pop down and start heading back over. Okay. Mission not quite successful yet. Okay, we're not in the right place, are we? No, we were going there. Okay, so we're going down to the bottom of this, I think. Oh, no, that's not how you do that. Weep. There we go. So map's been updated. Let's take a look. So we got that done, and now we have Queen's Garden pretty much done, I think. And where are we gonna go now? Where do I get the other piece? The Abyss, maybe? Do I want to go to the? I think I'm gonna go to the Abyss. Actually, let's explore there. I want to get as much as I can done today. Now that I've got access to the most powerful weapon, I feel like I should probably get it done. I'm actually gonna check something quick. So I do not have what I need to break into that. Not yet. Boop. Okay, so we're now in the Abyss. Okay, I don't think I can do this yet, actually. I was thinking maybe I could, but I don't think I actually can. Is this where I fight? I don't think so, actually. I don't think I fight anything down here, do I? So, there's no bench down here, so I guess I just need to pop out. But first I'm gonna go.
Our voices will cry out again.
I just need to figure out where I'm going. That was close. Oh, fuck. Okay, good. Still positively over here. Oh, shit. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Boop. Over here, up here, and let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Done. Nailed it. Okay. So, we've got what to do now. We got murder that needs doing, and we have anything else to do in Mage Basin? I don't think so. So, I need to figure out how to get to the collector's area. Is it through there? Okay, so let's go through the tram, because there's another area over there that I did not get to yet. So let's try to go over there. And is there... I'm trying to figure out where the collector is hanging out. I do not remember. This is the wrong place. Wrong place, yes. I'm going straight up, yes. I'm going straight up to the tram. Alright. Guess I'm not going straight anywhere. I do not travel in straight lines. That is not my nature. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're in the tram station over here. We're going to the right and then straight north. Also, there should be another entrance to the hive around here somewhere. Because I have not actually gone through the entrance to the hive that I went to the first time. And so here we go up. Vocal. So I'm now in that other area. Apparently this was not difficult to get to. Okay, so that's a way down. Okay, does this just go back to... Yes. So... if I had to guess, I'd say that I'm right there. Yep, so I'm right where this woman was. Could it be? You've returned at last? No, no, pardon me. For just a moment I mistook a certain quality about you. You seemed almost regal. Silly, I know. It's clear you're not of high birth, wandering around with all dirty and tattered like that. No doubt this one will meet its demise at the nails of the city guards. I'll outlive you too, little grub, as I did all the others. Well. Do we have... So we went through there. And we need to go, I guess, across there to activate the rest of the places in the hive. Assuming we want to bother with that right now. Is there anything important in those places in the hive? I do not remember, so I'm going to go do it. I think that there's 2 entrances to the hive that I haven't gotten on this attempt. They both involve ground pounds, I think. Either that or there's just the one. But either way, I'm pretty sure there's a ground pound to be done over here. I still haven't found the collector area. And I don't remember where that area even is. So here's an entrance to something. So down we go to here. So that's one of these. Have I gotten over there yet? Yeah, I probably have. I'm going to go over here, but I don't think I need to. Yeah, I think we're done with the hive. Alright, so do we want to go back to the city? Anything else that we need to do over here? Let's see. Anything else that I need to do here? So I'm going to head back. Is this the... Yes, this is... No, fail. Pop across. And I'm still missing quite a lot of notches. So I'll need to figure out where they are at some point. I'm curious what percentage I'm done with now, actually. I could check that by exiting to the main menu. I hit the button here, right? Okay, just confirming. Alright, so we can now head to where? Watcher's Spire doesn't look like it has anything interesting in it. Oops, fail. Actually, I'm not going to bother continuing to heal, because I'm right next to a bench, so... So, if we get looks like that's done. Ish, at any rate. Where would I get the other half? I'm actually going to head back to the Glade. Or not the Glade. I'm going to head back to the rest place. Because the resting grounds, I should be able to get something new from this person. And I do not know how many total souls I need. But we should be approaching the point where we're done. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Now let me take a look at the dream nail. Ah, 500 essence. You're the master in the making. Well done. Here's a small reward for you. Plucked from one of my most precious memories. The charm will bring you the dream nail closer together still. The secrets of the kingdom won't be able to hide you from you any longer. Take it in return once you've collected 700. More gifts await you. Conveniently. So you already have 700 essences. I wonder whether the dreamers are watching you as you work, or even that old king. That lock of theirs, desperate but very clever. I wonder how long they thought it would hold. I hold no disdain for them, though. As history goes on, I grow numb to its repetition. Take this gift and continue collecting essence. Once you have 900, come and visit me. Oh, nice. So we got an extra orb there. Dreamnail now holds 900 essences within its core. Are you surprised that this old kingdom has so many hidden dreams? Yes, you're starting to see them, the connections between us and the dreams we leave behind, like prints in the dust. The time has come for you to learn how to revisit the places connected to you. Hold the Dreamnail tight, Wielder, and imagine a great gate opening before you. Wait, did I just get... Oh, nice. I just learned how to teleport. Oh, wow. The Dreamnail glows bright. It holds over 1,200 essences. Looking into it, I can see many memories peering back at me. So many asking to be remembered. None of us can live forever, but so we ask for those who survive to remember us. Hold something in your mind and it lives on with you. But forget it and you seal it away forever. That is the only death that matters. Huh. So they say. Enough of that, though. Take this relic and come back with 1,500. Okay. So, I'm going to start fighting old bosses again. So, that will allow me to get some work done there. So we're going to set this as our waypoint. And now we can teleport back to this place whenever we want, which allows us to get to any of these places very easily. So we're going to go to the Forgotten Crossroads. This will allow us to get to the first boss. Attempt 2. Shouldn't be too hard. I think it's going to hit... I think it only hits for 2 damage per hit. I don't think it's going to hit for 3 or 4. So, if it's only hitting for 2, it should be pretty simple. Okay, I think this is the right direction. So skipping these, except that one, because... Failure. Boop, boop. Oh, I went too high. Whoopsie doopsie. Whoopsie doopsie doo. Whoopsie doopsie doo. Okay, I have to go down twice. Question mark? No. Okay, this is that transition phase. Moving right along. So let's see what happens if I hit these guys with the dream nail. Ah! Alright, so if I get hit by his body, that's only 1 damage. If I get hit by his, oops, that was a mistake. Okay, so I need to be a little bit more careful now. Because I actually wasted an entire damage phase. Okay. Damn. Oops. Good fail. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, that was dumb of me. That was closer than it had to be. I wanted it, the strength to protect others when I saw the knight sleeping, safe in his big armored shell. It wasn't madness that drove me to do it. I just wanted it. But in the end, if strength cannot save you, then what can? So much did I get out of that? Well, I got 300, so that is sufficient to accomplish my objective. That direction. Oh, you know what I can do? I forgot. Ba-doop. Alright, so we can teleport straight back over here. Oh man, that's going to save me so much time. So, on future attempts, I need to remember that I need to just make a beeline for 700, because as soon as I get 700, I can start teleporting around. Oh, Wielder, you have returned. Now let me have a look at the Dream Nail. Yes, I thought so. More than 1,500 essences. The Dream Nail is close, so close to fully awakening. Continue your path. I know not what guides you, nor what it is that drives you forward. Once you've collected 1,800, I will be here waiting. Take this gift and make grant your strength and help you collect the essence of the world. So we got another mask shard. I think it's faster than walking all the way back downstairs. It's just so far, you know. Okay, so the other boss that we killed, where was that? Is it the Overgrown Mound? Was it at Fog Canyon? I'm trying to remember where that thing was. That's the bank. Do I want to go? Oh, there's a warrior thing showing up there, and that is very useful. There's a thing there. So we want to get all the way to there. So with that being the case, Queen Station is probably our best bet. So we can pop over to Queen Station and get the dude from here. Let's see what this thing has to say. This place must have been quite the hub, built at the border between two lands. The misty drop on one side and those bulbous growths on the other. Neither place particularly welcoming, so while my little treats last, I think I'll stay right here. This little creature looks tasty. I wonder, should I eat it? The others around here were awfully bland. Oh, I can jump up here. That's so funny. I never even noticed. Please, not food. Interesting. So that thing is a cannibalistic thing. Well, I say cannibalistic, obviously. I'm not quite the same species as them. Let's see. That looks like it is a place that we have not explored yet. So I think we might as well hop over there. Can I actually get... I don't know if I can actually get there. I seem to recall that being a place where I need to come from the other side. So maybe we should go down into Deepness and see if there's a hidden area there. Where was that boss that I fought? It's the Overgrown Mound? It might be the Overgrown Mound. I legitimately just do not remember, like, what it was that I was... Oh, did I actually? Yeah, I did. So where was that? There was a corrupted thing. I'm gonna guess the Overgrown Mound, because I don't have another place that immediately comes to mind. So from here, that goes to the Queen's Garden. To the right goes to the teacher's thingamaboo's it. Do I want... So this leads to the teacher's archive, I guess. Is that what's over here? No. The teacher's archive is over there. Okay, so no, I have to go to the west from here. I remember where I am now. This just lets me go through this, but it's not a new location fundamentally. Okay. Just misaligned myself. Okay. Okay, so in we go. Wow, if you can swim, you really skip the whole line here. So this is not look promising to me. Yeah, I've already done this place. Reasonably sure this place doesn't have what I'm looking for. So where was it that I fought that copy of myself? Not here. Could have been up in the Howling Cliffs somewhere, but I don't think it was. Crystal Peak? Question mark? Oh no! I think it's in. No, it's not in the Watcher's Spire. No, the Watcher's Spire had the other guys in it. Soul Sanctum is not what I think it was. Oh, it was in the Ancient Basin, of course. So silly. It's the place that's like the Abyss, but isn't the Abyss. I'm a dope. Okay, so yeah, it's very easy to get to. Actually, I can just pop over there very quickly, and we'll be able to get that boss done. Not a terribly easy boss, actually. I don't think that the second version of that thing is a pushover at all. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a reasonably difficult boss. But on the plus side, because it's a dream boss, even if I die, it doesn't break my weapon, so. Okay. Just checking. Left. And we're just going to keep going left. Boo! Oh, wrong button. So, gone through there. And yeah, we just need to keep going. Completely due west. Okay, there we go. So here we are. So now we fight the more powerful version of this thing. Oh shit. Fail. I tried to take a shortcut and it didn't work. Okay, so if I just drop straight down, can I just... Oh, well, that's convenient. Oh, there's another branch there. Fine. You know what? I'll just take the rocks. It's fine. It's not more efficient to die and have to restart. Lost kin. Oh. Shit. Okay. Shit. Okay. Would be a lot easier if I had quick recovery, but even without it, it's not that bad. It doesn't even talk. No comment. Okay, so 1911. Let's get moving. So I don't know what I'm going to get as a reward for this one. Excuse me. Oh, Wielder, you've returned now. Let me have a look at your dream now. Yes, the time has come. The dream reality as well as Wielder. It's time for you both to awaken. The essence you've collected, the hope that still remains in the old kingdom, pure potential. Let it course through you and into your dream now. Hold it aloft, Wielder. Awaken! Dream nail is upgraded. It can break even the most protected mind. Oh, yes. No dream can hide itself from you now. You just peer into the darkest places. You just need to find the right crack. What will you do with such power, Wielder? Whose memories will you hunt down? Ha! Do as you wish. My promise is fulfilled. May the crimes of my tribe be washed away in time, like the rest of the kingdoms. The dream nail has fully awoken, but still you collect essence. Perhaps I've instilled an obsession with you. Keep at it then. I'm happy to wait and watch your progress. Once you've collected 2,400, return to me. I have no more gifts to give, but you'd prove yourself the wielder my tribe awaited. This kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. So if I get to 2,400, then I will supposedly not get anything, but I will have met this person's expectations, so... I'm actually curious what will happen if I do that. Is there another boss that I'm missing? Because I need another 500, which is quite a lot. Okay, so we're entering this person's mind. Hello. Oh wow, that's a double hit. Oh geez. Well. Excuse me, friend. Didn't realize that we were being dicks over here, but fine. So we're in the White Palace. Okay. Uh-huh. Can I get up here? Yep, but there's nothing here, so it doesn't matter. That's interesting. I wonder what happens if I just go across from here. Interesting. So there's a way to drop down to here from this location, but... Okay. Farewell, friend. Nope. There we go. Boom. So is that all I needed to do over here? Did I just bypass a bunch of crap? Oh, whoops. So, where's that elevator? Is the elevator on? Is it over here? Yes, elevator's on. And up we go. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Up we go. We will wait, King. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Good to know. Oh, okay. So, it's a little... I could probably get through that without... Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. I meant to do that. Absolutely. So... Oh, okay then. Wasn't paying enough attention. Oh, fail. Okay. Yeah, this is not that bad. I just need to do it correctly. Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. No, that's not how it's meant to be done. Oh, fuck me. I just needed to stay there. Okay. There were a lot of routes to get there by, and I just screwed it up. Okay. All set. Next area. Alright, so this one is a thing we can get to. Fail. This is going to be a bit rough. What? Oh, god damn it. Oh shit, that was too close. Ugh. Damn. How on fucking earth am I supposed to do that? Wait, do I need to have the blade? If I had the sharp thing, then it would actually be trivial to get through there. Because it increases the range on it. Oh, fuck me. Too slow. Or too fast, really. I might actually die here. I think there's a decent chance that I'm going to die here. Oops, damn it. That's... Oh, fuck. Okay. Everything is fine. I don't need to go down, do I? I'm gonna hope that I do not need to go down there. Fail. Oh god, I only have 2 HP left. That's a problem. Can I just jump down? Oh. Everything's fine. Why wouldn't it be fine? Jeez, that was rough. Okay, so there's 2 of them that I need to do here. Alright, well, I've got myself back up to full HP. Do I want the sharp thing? I don't think I want it. Not for this. So how do I get in you? Doesn't look like I can drop down there, so I'll have to go around. So we'll see what's over here. Oh, more razor blades. Jeez. Hey, friends. Oh, shit. Life is dead. Oh, fail. Okay. That's not too bad. Oh shit, that was close. Oh, fail. That was just silly of me. Oh, fail. Okay, not going out there yet. Oh, fail. Okay. Running out of HP. I don't think there's any meaningful reason to go over there. So there's a through line here. Oh, that was silly of me. Platform, yes it is. Okay. And this particular part of the platform is safe. More blades. Alright, so that's an extra 3 hits left in me. That's not... I guess I should have probably just looked down, huh? Fail. So annoying. Okay, we're done. So... that was pretty rough. But we got it. So that's the important thing. It wasn't as bad as it was last time, I don't think. I think on the last time I actually screwed it up several times. Okay. I mean, assuming that we're actually done and not, let's go into another... Oh, what? Okay, so that's good to know. Jesus, fuck. Okay, that's worse shit. Alright, so those things respawn, like, ridiculously fast. So we're just gonna pop down here. Ignore you. Get down here. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go into my inventory. We're going to take off Soul Catcher. Okay. This is gonna make my dash distance a little longer, which is potentially dangerous. Damn it. Ugh. These things are rough. Oh, actually, am I... Oh, I'm getting energy off of these, so... On the plus side, I don't have to worry about... Fail. I don't have to worry about running out of thinger anymore, because these things effectively give you unlimited energy, so... Yep, that's not what I wanted to do. I am very good at screwing myself. Fuck, I thought I had already... Okay. Oh, you know what I can do? Oh shit, what the hell happened there? Okay, so if I press left, I just fall off the thing, so... Nope, too high. Oh, there's another seat here. And that's good, because that means that if I need to, I can take this off. Nope. Okay, so apparently I cannot dash through the blade. Oh, that's not optimal. Okay, we're gonna heal up. Yeah, I was thinking I could just use the dash to literally just dash through it. Nope, that's not good. Aw, go all the way back. Ooh. I know what I need to do now. I do think I'm actually sequence breaking by doing the jumping on the blades thing. Can I? Oh, shit, there's a thing there. Oh, no. Fail. Okay, good. I'm still here. Oh, shit. Fucking A. Why? Oh, shit, that was stupid of me. Nope, that's not how it goes. Shit! Fuck my life. Ugh, that's not how it's done. Just lost so much progress. Oh shit. God damn it. Next area. This is the area I'm trying to get through, I think. This is a problem. Okay, we're fine. The spacing on that was pretty much designed for the thinger. Oh, come on. I'm not a really big fan of the way that some of these are designed. Some of them are very much like just gotchas of, oh, oh, went too high. God damn it, now I'm gonna die. That's not how it's done. Life is sad. Okay, so I'm back here, but I didn't break anything, I don't think. But that does mean that I have to go through all this bullshit again. All of this bullshit. Oh, fail. Fail. Please tell me, God damn it. I don't want to be here. I want to go back to the fire. Okay. Okay. This entire sequence is just annoying as goddamn hell. This whole sequence is just a frustrating nightmare. Because of the fact that you get sent all the way back to the beginning if you run out of HP, and it doesn't give you any HP for completing sections. That's... Shit. I don't know how I wasn't high enough for that, but... Okay, back we go. On the plus side, I really shouldn't be dying in this section. Like, this section should not be causing damage to me. Oh, fuck. Okay, so yeah, I have to do a more aggressive jump in order to get through that. Yep. Okay, I shouldn't be taking damage from this section, and I managed to do it anyway. Because I'm a talented individual. Nope. Okay, so the previous time I kind of lucked out. And I can't actually dash into that one, so I have to get an actual trajectory that gets me there. So I think I'm too high, and I'm gonna die either way. Okay, so that sucks. So I can't actually... Can I cancel that? What? What? I was perfectly centered there. Okay, cancel. Please tell me I can cancel. I can't cancel, can I? So if I fuck up... God, I hate this part. This is a really shitty section of the game. I'm sorry, but it's just dumb. So being directly centered on that, I have to be slightly above that, then, I guess? Okay, because... Oh god, I'd forgotten just how shitty this section was. I had actually completely forgotten about this part of it entirely, so... Okay, do I need to change Sharp Shadow? Yes. So actually what we can do... I need Long Nail and Mark of Pride, those two I do need. But what I don't necessarily need... You know what I could do? I could put on Hive Blood. Okay, I'm gonna put on Hive Blood because then I can just wait to get my health back for this. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, can I be on that wall? No, I don't think so. Okay, we're fine. Okay. But yeah, I should have put on the Hive Blood earlier. Hive Blood is going to make it so that I can't actually fail this anymore, which is good. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to just put Hive Blood on. Actually, I do know why it didn't occur to me. It's because I'm a dummy. Oh. Okay then. Not sure how that happened, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, that's... Come on, man. Stop sucking at life. That's not how you do. You can't play it that sloppy and expect it to work. It's not that easy. Oh, did I take off Sharp? I think I might have taken off the Sharp thing. I did. I took off the Sharp thing. That's why I'm screwing this up. I'm trying to do something that I can't do. Because I don't have the thing that I had. Alright, so I'm too low, I think. Yep. Okay. Health is full again. Okay, that did not work. Oh, okay. I think I might need to nope, that's the wrong distance. It's the right strat though, I think. So how long is it going to take? That's not that long. No, didn't quite make it. Nope. Wrong distance. Nope. I pressed up right, so. Wait. Oh, does it only work on the most recent damage that they've taken? Oh, well that's really shitty. Okay, that actually is interesting. I didn't remember that. That explains why it is that people consider this to be such a shitty thing. But yeah, this is actually really bad if it doesn't regen more than just the one that you just took. No. So that means that I have to literally wait out the 15 seconds every time I take damage, which is just kind of dumb. What? That was crappy. Nope. I'm not supposed to just plow through that with Thinger, am I? Nope. That's not great. Ugh. Waiting sucks. Nope, that was way mistimed. Whoa, jeez. Okay, that's how you're supposed to do it. You need to dash through. What? Okay, that sucked. What? Are you kidding me? So crappy. Wouldn't it be nice to have a downward dash right about now? Okay. Nailed it. Alright, so... Thanks, assholes. Okay. So we've got another one of these. I'm actually going to pop down, since I do not... Wait. Okay. So apparently the last bench was a while ago. I've got a shortcut at least, so I don't have to deal with that particular section again, but apparently it's only going to let me skip that one section. I'm curious if I can still heal. Yes, okay. Oop. And oop. How am I supposed to do this? Nope, that's not it. That's too much of a... Nope. Okay, that's how I was supposed to do it. Fucking, are you kidding me? Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so irritating because you have no way of knowing those are coming, and there's no way for you to respond after they come on the screen because you're moving too fast. It's just super irritating. It's because it's just there to kill you the first time you do it so that you just have to redo it. And that kind of thing is just infuriating to me. As someone who does not do rote memorization, it's very annoying. Shit. So we're fine so far. Okay, well, I'm seeing a lot of corpses. Okay, the music has stopped, so I think that we're done with that portion. Yeah. No cost too great. And that is the other half of this. Collected the king soul. Soul of Worm, soul of root, heart of void. Okay, so we finished that. It was a damn nuisance, but we did it. Hey, buddy. Okay, so question is, now what do we do? It is 1:30, so I guess what we do now is we end the stream for now because I have other stuff that I need to do today. So we've managed to take out that section, which is the most frustrating section of the entire game. So that is all done, and now we have the ability to open the way to a birthplace. So we are all set. So I'm going to go ahead and end things here for today. Next time I will probably be finishing this game up. and then we will be doing something else for the rest of the week. Probably, I might not finish it tomorrow, but I suspect that I'm gonna be able to finish it tomorrow. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure streaming for you today, and I hope to see you again next time, where I will hopefully be dying slightly less.